Good morning, dear friends. I am Professor Harsha Gandhavane from GS College of Commerce, Wardha, and from BCCA department, and I am going to teach you, as you know, VB.NET for BCCA Part 3, Sem 5. So today I am going to start our second unit. Okay, our first unit is over in my last video lecture, and today I am starting the second unit. And from that particular second unit, I just start the array. The topic name is array. As you know, array is a collection of a similar type of element. What happen when we declare or when we create a variable like dim a as integer? In VB or VB.NET or any language, when we create a variable, it hold the place in memory location whose name as a variable or identifier or which we given to that particular memory location name, that is A. It hold the value when we store the value in variable, so it will store at that particular memory space, and it will vary when we execute our program or when we use that particular variable in our program. Okay, so basically this memory location or identifier gives us that particular value. So processor get more time to search that particular memory location to fetch that particular value from that variable or from that memory location. So if I want to create number of variable as integer type, so I have to write dim a1 a2 as integer, a3 as integer, a4 as integer, a5 as integer. So what happened? According to that variable definition or variable declaration, the processor will or compiler will get the memory location where is free, then a1 it will स्टोर द वैल्यू. ओके, मीन्स जहाँ पे भी जगह मिलेगी मेमोरी लोकेशन में वहाँ पे वो स्टोर कर लेगा. सो B1, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. So the memory location of that particular variables are different. So 10, 20, and when I use those particular variable, I use those particular variable in my program, then processor will search that particular variable and then execute our program, or then got those particular value and execute our program or manipulate our program, or whatever the manipulation I write in that particular program, then it will be done. But the fetching time of the processor, while I am declaring that particular variable like this, the fetching time will increase. So reduce that particular fetching time, we have the next part, that is nothing but the array. Okay, then what is meant by array? Array, it is nothing but the value, that means we can store a similar type of element in one name, which share the one name, and it will hold the space as ever as like a fixed size. Okay, so array, it is nothing but a collection of similar type of element which hold the particular variables which having the same type with a fixed size. Okay, whatever the size given as an array, it will hold that particular variable with a starting index value. and the index value, it is nothing, it is start from the 0. So basically when we store the elements, it will be fetched by its index value. So when I declare the array, so array, single dimensional array got the memory space like this, and it will start from its index value, which is started from the 0, and it is nothing but the size minus 1, and size, it is nothing but the particular fixed value as per the array which we define. Okay, so here we store the number 1, here we store the number 2, here we store the number 3, if the array is as type of integer. Okay, so basically when I fetch the value of array index 0, so it will get by the processor as early as possible, because it is stored in same line. Okay, how the size of that particular array will calculate? When we declared as array of that particular type, the storing one element of array or that particular integer value or string value, the size of that data type, like integer, suppose integer having or required the 4 bytes to store the one element. Okay, so the size of array, like size of array, if 5, then 4 into 5, that is 20. Okay, so this particular size or that means यहाँ जितनी size होगी, whatever the calculation of that required bytes for storing one element and size of the array, whatever the calculation or whatever the manipulation, that particular size will be held by that array name, which is shared the same value. Okay, and it is referred by the index. Okay, this is the basic things or mechanism behind the array declaration. Now I am going to our topic. So what is array? Array, it is nothing but a collection of similar type of data. Similar type of data means whose data type is same. So collection of means number of element we can store in one name, or we can share the one name for the number of elements. Okay, it got the memory space in memory location which is sequential manner. Okay, so we can easily fetch all the elements of an array. Then the types of array. There are 3 types of array provided by the VB.NET. First is single dimension, second one multi, and third one is dynamic. So 3 types of array we can create and store the value, or we can use in our programming. So today's topic is, I just covered the single dimensional array. Okay, so single dimensional array, single dimensional array. What is a single dimensional array? It is single row array. Okay, it is a single row array. We can say the only row type we can store the elements of similar type in that array. So the first is syntax. How we can declare the array in VB.NET. So dim array name round bracket, not a square bracket, because we having the habit to array, when we declare the array, to give the round bracket in earlier programming language. But in VB and VB.NET we have to use the round bracket. So dim array name, then round bracket as keyword, then type. Which type? Data type. We can use integer, float, double, string here. Okay. So example, dim a. Now a become a array name which shared the name among the elements. This is the size again. Okay, this is the size as data type integer. What happened when I declare this array? The mechanism of the compiler, it is nothing but it will store, if integer got 4 bytes, then 4 into 5 20. This memory size is 20 bytes. Equally part of 4 bytes, it is divided into 4 bytes, and it will use the I, that is nothing but the 0. The name of that particular memory location will be A0. This is the index number. Index number of whom? Of array. Array's name is A. So we can refer to that particular variable by using array name and its index number. So this thing will be referred by array name with its index number, and according to that we store the 5 element which is referred by similar name, whose name is array. Okay, and this is nothing but the single dimensional array. This is the first type. We can declare the array and then we initialize the array element in that particular array. And there is second or another method, we directly initialize the variables or directly initialize the value that particular array. So how? Like this, as integer equals to curly brace, then first element separated by comma, second element separated by comma, third element separated by comma, fourth element, and likewise fifth element, and then curly brace completed. Okay. This is also called as declaration and initialization at the same time. Okay. So here we declared array as well as initialized array. So how that particular element stored in that particular array? Here A, that is nothing but the array, single dimensional, because we are not mentioned here any dimensions, and the size of that particular array. As integer, it is a type of that particular array, and here the elements, according to that elements it will got their size. Okay, the compiler will get the size according the element and store the elements at particular index number like this. Now the size become 5 and it will store at that particular index number like 0, 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. And this is nothing but the declaration or initialization the array at the time of declaration. We are declaring as well as the initializing array at the same time. And there are two methods we can create the single dimensional array in VB.NET. Okay. So after that I give this some example for declaring and initializing array. Okay. So write the aim first for single dimensional array. Write a program in VB.NET to display the 5 elements with the help of single dimensional array in console writing program. So how we can write the console program? So first we have to open the project, then new project and select the console programming. My second last video or third video is on that particular topic to create a Windows programming as well as the console programming in VB.NET. So watch this video and follow the steps for creating the console programming. After that, it will shows the some code, like code is nothing but sub module, module 1, then sub main. In console programming there is a main function. From that function a particular execution of program will start. Then dim I as integer, this is the index variable I declared here. Then dim a 5, I initialize the elements here at the time of declaration, so I just not given the size of that particular array. So a राउंड ब्रैकेट है, इसका मतलब वो array है, वो वेरिएबल नहीं है. Then I declare the values like this. You can give any number, so it will create the array of that particular number. Okay. So after that, here I declare the array. After that, for I is equals to 0, because the index of array started from 0, that's why I is equals to the 0 to 4. Okay, why 4? Because 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now become the size of that particular array is 4. That's why I am writing the size minus 1. Okay, whatever the size, 5, and minus 1, that means the actual size of the array. Why? Because it is started from 0. So index started from the 0, that's why here 4. After that I have to print that particular variable of array. So what I write? Console dot, which function? Write line function. Write line. It is used for writing the particular things on the console. What is the console? Console, it is nothing but the output window. Which window? VB.NET window, which is provided by the VB framework. It is a black screen window or white screen window. Here we display the value. How? By using write line. This is the looping statement. Okay. So console dot write line. What I want to print? I want to print the element of A whose index number is referred by I. Okay. Then next after that, console dot read key, like get ch, then end sub, because here sub procedure, so end sub, then end module. Okay. Here, what is the difference between Windows programming and console programming? When we create the Windows programming, it will become a class. But when we create the console program, it will become a module. So it is a module which having the submain. Okay. We can create the classes, functions and all at the above of the module. Okay. Because each and every console function, console programming having only one main. So how it will execute it? When main is encountered, first it will create the variable I, then it will create the array A with size 5 in single row. Okay, it occupy the memory location in sequential manner in having the 40 size. So after that it will store the values on first location 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 whose index number is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and which is referred by A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3, A of 4. After that the I is equals to 0 up to 4. I write here the for loop. It is a iterative loop. According to that, the console write line A of 0 will print, A of 1 will print and after that A of 2 will print, 3 and 4 and so on. Next, read key, it is nothing but the just holding the our control for the printing. Whatever displays on that particular screen, this is a console, suppose 30, 40, 50 and it will hold the control to display that particular screen. Okay, this is the small example of single dimensional array which is created in VB.NET console programming and which display the elements of an array. Here we declare the array as well as initialize the array. If we want to initialize array at runtime, then we have to use the read line method. Okay, so next example is addition of array element. Okay, addition of array element and we want to display the addition of array element with same examples. Okay, so next write down the aim. Write a console program to display the sum of elements of array which is having the size 5. Okay, so same module 1, then sub main, then dim I as integer, it is an index variable, then same we declare the array, just change the value. Okay, what is the addition or what is the sum of that particular array element? 50. Okay, how we can calculate? We just add the first, second, third, fourth element of an array with each other. So here one more element we required or one more variable we required. So here I declare the I as well as the sum. Two variable here, I as well as sum. I declare I sum as integer. Okay, then I declare the array and initialize the array element up to that line. So here I have to write just sum is equals to sum plus A of I. Okay, sum who's having 0 initially, A of I, when the value of I is 0, then it will create or it will got the first element of an array which is added into sum, then it will become 1. The second element of an array, it will added into sum. The sum having the 10, after next iteration it will become a 20 and so on. So sum having the value. According to that, sum having the value of addition of all the elements of an array. So here after that we have to print that particular sum. So how we can print? Again, see, here I write the console after the addition. So after next we have to write console dot write line addition of or sum of array element, sum of array elements and %, because here I concatenate two strings. First string is sum of array elements for displaying and next one is I have to display the variable. So here I write the sum. Sum is a variable and want to display the value of that particular sum. And after that console read line which or read key which hold the control of console. So it will display the sum of variable. Okay, understood? This is the second one example which is created for displaying the sum of elements of array. Here I declared and initialize the array at the time of declaration. Here I manipulate the addition of an array element. Here I display the addition of array element, and this is nothing but the holding the key. Okay, holding the key of control. Which control? Of this particular console control. So here it will display like sum of array element is 50. Whatever you given the elements of that value of that particular elements, it will create or manipulate the addition. Okay. Now the third one example. Those examples are nothing but or using the declaration and initialization at the same time of array. Now at the runtime we got the input from the user at runtime. So how we can create the program? So first module 1. This is the first statement in console program. Then sub main. Without main function we cannot run our program. Then dim I. Okay, I as integer. This is the variable for index. Then dim sum as integer. This is the variable for holding the addition of array. Then dim a. Here I have to write the size because I am getting the value or input from the user. Okay, at the runtime. So it will having the size, and again dim a 5. This is the size. It is the array name. This is the size of array which holding the 5 elements as integer, whose type is integer. Now I have to display the message for the user. So I have write the console write line, enter 5 elements of array. Of an array. This is the statement which is display for the user to know the entering the value. So after that, for I equals to 0 to 4, and here we have to write the console read line function. Okay, but when we write the read line function, then it will read some value from the console. So we have to store that particular value. So we have to write here a of I equals to console dot read line method. Okay, according this particular read line, it will store the value with the reference of index number in array A. So here we can sum a of I. Directly we write the value as well as we are doing the addition of that particular array element in same for loop. After that, after next we have to print the console dot write line addition or sum of, I write here console dot